Okay, aero ready is gone, heat ready is gone. We now have ClimaCool, and this in front of me is the replica or the fan version of the Germany Home Shirt. And I'm going to show you side by side with the Pro Match shirt. This is the one that the players wear on the pitch. So this is identical to what the players wear, and this is the fan version for everyday wear. And there's so many differences now on these new Adidas shirts. They look so good. There's a new tech on the ClimaCool. And I'm going to go through all these details with you, show you all the differences between both these versions. So if you want to see more videos like this, all the other World Cup Adidas shirts, don't forget to throw a like, subscribe, and let's get into the video. Let me show you first the ClimaCool, the replica, also known as the fan shirt. And you can see there it is just a stitched and embroidered. Three stripes, the Adidas logo. So that is like for everyday wear. You can wash this multiple times. It's made for the fan in mind. So let's compare that with the authentic. And this is absolutely super cool. We've never had this before. So look at that. It's holographic. Just absolutely mega cool. Check that out. See how it transitions over? And it is about time we got premium features like this, especially for the price point. Because that one is £85 and this one is £120. So we're getting really good premium details, look. So look at that, holographic. And then we come over. How cool is that, honestly? Absolutely super cool, man. Check this out as well. Also, the badge and the 4 times winners, the 4 stars, represents 4 World Cup wins for Germany. I love Germany's style of football, but look at that. Stitched and embroidered. Beautifully stitched and embroidered stars. How beautiful does that look? And then we'll compare that to the authentic version, the ClimaCool Plus. How beautiful is that? So it's no longer called heat ready. I need to get used to that. And the 4 stars are heat applied. This is heat applied onto the shirt. But look at that. Look at those details within. How super cool is that? But that is the main feature, that it's going to be, it has to be impossible for the fakers to replicate that now. So this is a good thing, really, I think. But check that out. This is like a rubberized feel. Feels rubber. And the stars as well. Let me zoom in a touch. See there? And just looks really clean and crisp. Check that out. Okay, right, so let's go to the collar next. We've also got big changes with the 3 stripes, but we will get into that shortly. But let me just show you this collar. So this is the replica, the fan version. It says slim fit there, made in Vietnam. Both of these are size large. But look at that. See the ribbed effect on the V-neck collar. And it stops there. Also get a glimpse of that ClimaCool material look. See the little perforations there? We'll get into that more on shortly as well. But that's the fan version. Let's change over to the authentic, the ClimaCool Plus. much better. Look at that. Look at those details on the material, look. And that incredible ClimaCool Plus there, look, we'll get into that again shortly. But look at that. And this is a slim fit, size large, both made in Vietnam. Okay, so let's get into these 3 stripes, which is a major change. Look how thick they are. I've noticed this with the track pants as well and the shorts. Adidas have really gone with this thicker band across all Adidas garments, really. And of course we get it on the football shirts. But that is stitched onto the shirt, each stripe. Let me just double check. Yeah, see that stitched on? And it's really thicker on the 3 stripes, look. And then we'll come down. There's the cuff of the sleeve. Let's do both. So look at that. Big, well, huge difference. Look, it's totally different material on the authentic. But let's get into the beautiful authentic 3 stripes now. Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. This is such a welcome change for me because those heat applied 3 stripes were really tacky, really cheap, but this just screams premium look. I mean, just the simple things like this gets me. Look at that. Look how really cool it looks. Look how breathable it is. See? Look. It's super cool, man. I love it. And the cuff of the sleeve, we've shown that. Okay, what next? Right, so let's get into the actual material itself now. But an interesting thing to show is on last season's shirt, only this was on just the the authentic, sorry. But on this is the fan version. You get that, and you also get it on the authentic, which is a nice touch. But obviously this is the ClimaCool, the normal. So let's get in on this material now. Let me zoom in, look at that. And it runs all the way up. It's quite a light material, to be honest, but hopefully you can see that there. This has something on the underside, look. And it's nice that both versions of the shirt get that now. I like that. But there we go, that's the ClimaCool. See how breathable it is? And then we compare that, the ClimaCool Replica fan version, to the ClimaCool Plus. It's just pure premium look. So obviously you get the authentic badge there, the ClimaCool Plus. This is all new to me. Every single Adidas shirt next season for the major clubs is all going to be this material, I think. And I'm not quite sure yet if this is template. Well, we'll soon find out. But let's really get stuck in on this material now. Look at that. And it's slightly curved, look. Contoured at the bottom. Whereas on the Replica, it's completely straight. So that's a big difference there. Completely straight, more relaxed fitting also. And this is contoured at the bottom, at the back. But look at that. Hopefully you can see everything. And let's get in on this ClimaCool look. So breathable, look at that. It's absolutely gorgeous, guys, look at this. I know it's just a shirt, but I love seeing these new details come out. And I think it's a huge upgrade also, look. Just look at that. I'm absolutely loving it. What else can I show? I'll just flip these over, show the back. I don't think there's much on the back. Right, I'm actually glad I've shown the back now, because the fan replica version is just a complete block material look. It's the ClimaCool normal material throughout. But if we go to the authentic, so let me show you that. And then just watch this for the authentic. Look at that. Much better all at the bottom. And it runs all the way up to the top, look. And then there's a material, not a material change, but a perforation change here, look. So this runs all the way down here, where you're going to sweat the most. See all down the back. I just hope the camera shows it. See the material change there. So these are like big perforations here down the sides, and then you've got this much more thinner breathable segment here. So it's just super cool to me, I think. But do you have big plans for Germany? I think it could be they'll do well, I think, this year. But do let me know what name and number you'd have on the back. I always love to hear your favourite players. And I'm going to flip these over now on the front, and I'll give you my final thoughts on this shirt. I am absolutely loving it, not going to lie. You might have gathered that by now. But I'm going to flip these over, show you the front, give you my final thoughts. Right, so that's it. We've got ClimaCool, we've got ClimaCool Plus. It's still called the fan replica because it's the replica of the authentic, which is what the players wear on the pitch. You've got the contour, you've got the authentic badge, you've got this, which is a nice touch from Adidas. You get that on both, see? But the best feature, obviously, is the holographic 3 stripes. Absolutely love that. So the fake market is going to have a real big trouble trying to replicate that. But that's it, guys. Hopefully this video has helped you all out in choosing which one's best for you. Let me know if you're team replica or fan shirt, or let me know if you're team authentic. For me, it's a no-brainer. I think you know that I'm team authentic by now. The 3 stripes just look amazing. Look at that. Even looks amazing on the fan version. I love this. And I love that. Look at that. It's just so nice. Germany colours. Check that out. Don't forget to let me know which version you'd prefer. What team are you on? Team Replica or Team Authentic? Watch the other videos popping up right about now. If you've not liked the video, don't forget to like. Subscribe for more. Hopefully I'll do a World Cup video or shirt video every week. And that's it. Thanks for watching.